So in this video, we're going to look at expressions of frequency. So we're going to look specifically at adverbs of frequency and adverbial phrases. If you're not sure what this means, that's fine. We'll go over it. Don't worry. Okay, so we'll look at some examples first. So I always wear jeans when I go out at the weekend. She is often late. They sometimes drink coffee together. He never looks happy. They're always laughing. Okay, have a look at these examples. What do you think adverbs of frequency are? Okay, so on the next page, we've got the adverbs of frequency. So always, often, usually, sometimes, rarely, and never. So always is like almost 100% of the time. Never is like 0%. Sometimes, somewhere around 40 to 60%. Rarely, maybe 20%. And often or usually, perhaps around 70 or 80%. Okay, don't worry too much about the exact percentage. You just need to know that this is the kind of order. Okay, so that is for the meaning. Where do they go in a sentence? Often, usually, or sometimes can go at the beginning of a sentence. They can go in other places as well, but they can go at the beginning of the sentence. So, for example, often I study English in the evening. Usually I study English in the evening. Sometimes I study English in the evening. But you cannot say always I study English in the evening. Okay, so it's only often, usually, or sometimes which can go at the beginning. So, for example, sometimes I take my girlfriend out for dinner. Usually we have a good time. Often we go to an Italian restaurant. So these sometimes, usually, often can go at the beginning of a sentence. For negative sentences, we put the not between the helping verb and the main verb. So, for example, he doesn't usually look happy. Not or nt, which means not, goes between the helping verb does and the main verb look. He doesn't usually look happy. Okay, here is, there is only one verb in this sentence because it's the verb to be. Okay, so the nt and the adverb of frequency comes after the verb to be. So she isn't often late. Moving on to look at adverbial phrases. These also tell you how often something happens. So you can see them here. We'll just run through them for pronunciation. After I say them, make sure you're saying them too. Every hour. Every day. Every week. Every month. Every year. Every Friday. Most days. Most weeks. Most weekends. Once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day, at the weekend, at night, at 3 o'clock, in the summer, in the winter, in the spring, in the autumn. Great stuff. Okay, just to summarize what we've gone through today. So expressions of frequency talk about how often we do something. The adverbs of frequency, things like, no, you tell me what the adverbs of frequency are. Can you remember them? If not, you need to go back and watch the video. Have a look at your notes as well. I hope you've taken good notes. Okay, so just to summarize the expressions of frequency, they tell us how often we do something. So can you remember the 5 words? Or at least 5 of them? Okay, and these words come before the main verb or after the verb be. In negative sentences, adverbs of frequency come between the auxiliary verb and the main verb. So between the be, do, and the other verb. Adverbial phrases can go at the beginning or end of a sentence. So, just to recap, can you remember some of the adverbs of frequency? Say them out loud, come on. and some adverbial phrases. Say them loud again. Yes, nice. Okay, so there'll be a quiz on this. Make sure you do the quiz. Make sure you put your knowledge into action. Have a great day.